have found a pretty simple solution to the feather issue. I was simply overthinking it to a massive degree, and please excuse I didn't have time to model any of the feathers, but these joint chains will indicate the feathers for the time being. What it is simply each of the feathers will have a joint chain running down them. If the model is made like a regular bird would, with simply a few larger feathers for the wings rather than multitudes of small ones, this will run more efficiently because you'll need less joint chains. Each joint chain would have a spline IK running down them with clusters applied to the NURBS curves it creates. This NURBS right down here at the bottom, which I just used CV Curve Tool to create, has clusters as well, and this is what will actually be controlling the feathers. Right now I've set it so that it's a little less hand animatable. It's designed right now to be a little more automatic, and it's a very simple switch to make it more hand animatable. As you can see, this would be the elbow of the character. As I move it down, I've essentially set it up in sections. This one here at the end controls these two clusters, and is each of these end clusters on the splines is connected. This one's connected to this one's connected to this one, that sort of thing. So you've got, in the end, you can still animate this by hand, but then you still get the movement when you use the elbow. And then simply, if you don't want to have that sort of, that sort of automatic movement of the feathers, it's a simple disconnect, and then everything stays in place while you move the elbow. Same thing could happen along the shoulder. So in the end, you've got the feathers spread and contract like they would kind of on a normal bird. And then if you run just another NURBS curve down the middle, you could create it so that you can pop the middle of the feather in and out. Right now I've just selected the clusters, but that would be a horrendously manual way to do it, so just set it up like this NURBS curve, have these clusters controlling the middle, and then you can have that, say if like the wind was affecting it and you wanted to curve the feather like that. And simply, if you wanted better fall off, because sometimes it does a little bit of a bizarre angle like this, you could move it up to use 5 joints per feather, or make this stretchy so that the feather would actually stretch a little, which wouldn't be noticeable by the naked eye, but would make the curving much better. Or if in the end you were having close-ups of the wings, you could come in and really get picky about what everything looked like by moving them pretty much all individually. So that is the surprisingly simple solution to the feathers. It's not quite perfect yet. I just put this together today, but I'll try to get another video up with it fully functional with controls instead of clusters, so that everyone can kind of see a little bit better what I mean. But there you go.